Right, good day and welcome to learning exercise 4.7. Unit 7 we'll be solving literal equations, transitional exercise. Now take note, a literal equation is an equation where you use letters as coefficients and constant terms. So in layman's terms, all I'm saying is everything you will see will be letters. Right? Again, because I use the word equations, the question would always say solve for x. So they have y equal ax plus q, right? They want me to solve x, so that means I have to leave x on its own on one side of the equal sign. Or I have to make it the subject of the formula. So first I transpose q, so if I take q to the other side, positive q becomes minus q. So I try to get rid of everything attached to x. So I have y minus q equal ax. And then remember, we always divide by whatever's in front of x, or the coefficient of x. So here ax divided by a would become x, and that becomes y minus q over a. Alright? Can also go further and say solve for y. So here you see I have a times y minus p, and I have p times y plus x. Right? So first, use the distributive law and I multiply out. Because they want y, I have y on both sides, so I have to multiply out. So that becomes a times y, ay, a times p, ap. P times y, py, p times x, px. Now I group my y's together, so ay, if I bring py across, becomes minus py, meaning I want to isolate y. And there if I take ap across, becomes px plus ap. Take out y as a common factor. I take out y as a common factor, I'm left with a minus p. And there I take out p as a common factor and I'm left with x plus a. Now we always divide. I want y on its own, so I divide by a minus p. And there's my answer, px plus a equal a minus p. Go further. They wanted us to change the subject of the formula to the letter on the right. So here number 1. Momentum equals mass times velocity, or P equals mv. So they want V to be the subject of the formula. So I have to get rid of whatever. Now I'm using specifically the science equations, and you have to get used to it because by science you use a lot of literal equations. So there, divide by m. M and m cancels. They have PV, so V equals P over m. Come further to 3.2. Kinetic friction equals mu k, or the coefficient of kinetic friction, times my normal force. So mu k equal to, so they want me to make mu k the subject of the formula. That becomes mu k n divided by n, because I want mu k on its own. What I do one side, I have to do on the other side. So that gives me Fk over normal force, or n equal mu k. Right, and that is a formula you will also use grade 11. Go further. Alright, 3.3, we have E equal to H times C over lambda, or energy of a photon equals Planck's constant times the speed of light over wavelength. Alright, so to make H the subject of the formula, see there, to get rid of this denominator, I cross multiply, so that becomes E times lambda equals Hc. Want H to be the subject of the formula, so divide by C. To one side I have to do the other side, so E lambda divided by C equal H. So grade 10 you will use this just after you've done the electromagnetic spectrum, or wave sound and light. 3.4, to calculate gravitational acceleration, G equals gravitational constant times mass divided by the distance between the masses. So to make T the subject of the formula, first I multiply the denominator away. I hope you pick up the similarity. It becomes GD squared equal G times M. There 1T is the subject of the formula, so I have to get rid of G. So divide by G both sides, that gives me T squared equal Gm over G. So T equals 2, whenever we find the square root, it must be plus or minus Gm divided by G. Hope you follow, hope you understand. All the best. right? Continue. You're getting there, you're becoming better day after day. Always believe, and you will be surprised at what you will achieve. Okay. God bless. All the best.